Feminism to me is
women feeling strong in their gender and feeling like they're equal but different from men.
I define feminism by
whatever you are but a female race.
So I think feminism is
not being concerned with what I can and can't do in society.
I guess I would define feminism as acknowledgement, support of the power of women.
I think feminism is
women and females in general speaking out for what they believe in and for their natural rights.
I would define feminism as
Showing your beauty, womanlyhood.
I define feminism as
woman power.
I think feminism is...
I'll tell you what it's not at first. It's not about gender. You don't have to be a woman to be a feminist.
So in France recently, the hijab was banned. I was recently listening to an imam who was sharing how interesting it is that a country could ban women from wearing clothes that covers her. Yet a country could allow for women to be posed nude in magazines and so on, which seems to suggest that it is not the Muslim who is trying to oppress the woman, but maybe there are others who are trying to oppress through utilization of the exploitation of the woman's look and of her flesh.
You know, lots of religious traditions within Christianity, Judaism, Islam, you name it, just about any religious tradition, there's the opportunity for men to be seen as the main leaders and women to be seen as subservient. They can't take on priestly roles. They have to respond to the commands, the orders, the leadership of men. Certain circumstances they can't speak. You know, they have to wear certain kinds of clothing.
in different religions, women are supposed to hide themselves or their beauty to get a man to love them, which I think is horrible because they should be able to see past that.
Sometimes women are in collusion with men to oppress themselves.
In some cases I do think that these women who do wear headscarves are oppressed, but I don't think that's true in their case. They just do it because they feel the need, not because their religion says so.
The minimum requirements for a Muslim attire is modesty. This is a fashion statement according to personal choices.
I'm viewed by people who are of the same religion as me as kind of like not traditional or even seen as bad, but I just feel like I don't identify with that religion very well, even though I know I was born into it. But I know that people who are my religion, who are more traditional, or assume that like I'm immoral because of the way I am and the way I look and the way I dress.
For me, when I'm wearing it, I feel like I'm protected. It's like I'm standing up for my rights. I feel like I'm standing up for who I really am. And that's something I like. In America, everyone looks at me differently and they treat me differently, yeah, but they also give me respect. And they respect that I'm Muslim and I respect that they're in a different culture.
I actually see myself as having three different, I call them practices and beliefs that intersect with each other and allow me to be more real, more true in the world, which I think is how we are empowered or powerful, is when we're really speaking our own truth. The way that Quakerism empowers me is that it's really a religion that says that every person has the truth. You know, when I first started going to Quaker meeting, it was just really strong that everybody in the room had the right or had the power to speak the truth and to speak what I think is God's truth. And so that certainly led to me having a sense of my own responsibility for being truthful and for trying to know my own truth. And really, because I believe in God, for me, knowing my own truth is knowing what is deeply true that God is leading me to or is communicating for me.
I feel that Judaism actually really is empowering for me as far as feminism is concerned. I think a lot of people look down on Judaism and feel like it's a sexist religion because of the differences that there are, especially in the more religious sects between men and women. But really, they're there because they're saying that women have they're almost closer to God in some sense, naturally, for being a woman. But there are differences, but Judaism allows women to learn whatever they want to learn and do whatever they want to do. They don't need to necessarily be housewives. They don't need to necessarily not go to synagogue and not learn and not pray and do all of these things. It gives them the room that if they don't have all of the time in the world to do everything, that there's room for them to not have to worry. But in no way, shape, or form do I think Judaism is saying that women can't do these other things.
Normative Islam always in the Quran always repeats, so you may reflect, so you may think, so you may ponder, so you may inquire, as if somebody's telling you, critically think about everything you do, seek knowledge. So when I say about culture banning women from education, that is not Islam itself.